Okay, hello, welcome back to another video. This is week 10 of the Lyons Den League. This is the final week of this season 1, as the admin said, so soon we won't have this league. I think it's taking a break for a couple of weeks, so we're gonna have to play some other leagues in the meantime, but this week we have 4 seats once again, as always, in this league, and this week has 2 moving seats and 2 no moving seats. I, as always, already played my moving seats and recorded just my screen, so I'm just gonna show that screen and talk over it a bit, because my moving doesn't really work with OBS. My moving kinda works better as like in general, they just with the extended Windows tool. So we spawned here. I for a second thought that was South Africa, but obviously we have Gen 3 with long antenna and the front car blur, not the back one. So we're in Australia. We have green poles that are supposedly Victoria, which I will forget while moving down the street. And I was a bit scared of Australia because I don't have like, great place name knowledge of Australia. Like, it's very limited, and the region guessing is also like, I suck at region guessing Australia with what I'm trying to tell you. So I was a bit scared of it, and I needed to find like the best clue is road numbers and like the big highway signs. So I was trying to leave the city to find one of those. It wasn't really successful, as you can see. Like, the minute passed and I haven't found any information besides the road names at the start, but the road names don't tell you anything unless you have the city. Here it said Wagga bike tires, so I assumed we're in Wagga Wagga. For some reason I forgot where Wagga Wagga is, and like even now I'm looking them up and I can't find it. So I was like, I was pretty sure it's New South Wales. But then I remembered, like, oh, didn't we have Victoria Falls? So now at this point in time I'm very, very lost. And I can't find Wagga Wagga. Like, it's a big place, it shows up a million kilometers away. So yeah, now I'm just looking everywhere. I'm looking in Queensland, I'm looking in New South Wales, and finally I see it. And then I was like, are we really in Wagga Wagga? Like, aren't those like Victorian Falls? I like don't know. I decided just Wagga Wagga. I'm trying to get the angle on the street sign so I can search for the street, because we're on a Howell Street, which is really tiny, and I already forgot what the second street was, so this is how my memory works. So yeah, I'm just scanning randomly in Wagga Wagga, trying to find the streets. Probably not the best scan, because if I realized I got to the yellow road while moving north, I would probably be closer, but yeah, my time ran out. We were in East Wagga Wagga, and I didn't get it. But overall, like, I was happy with that guess, because that could have been much worse, in Australia specifically. So moving on to round 2, we have some Colombia. That took me a second. Like, I saw the like stripes on the pole. While spawning, I was clueless. I was for a second thinking it could be Asian looking, and pardon me, and it wasn't. So I'm moving through the street, trying to find like basically anything. I got to the intersection. I remembered the checkpoint intersection, which at this point is a dub. yeah, trying to find some place names, but all the green signs kinda useless at this point. So I'm moving kinda slowly, trying to like maybe see a city name, because also region guess in Colombia not the best, and then moving kinda need to like get close to the city. I do see kilometer marker, like the truck passed by it, so yeah, I see 2510. I need to find 25 for some reason. Like I was like, oh, 25 is south, and I see it north of Pasto. Oh, I will. Yes, I see. And for some reason, I thought 25 was only south. Um, so that took me a second to realize it's not. So I got back to the intersection. I was like, I desperately need to find a city name because I'm not gonna get it. And thankfully, they put this giant sign with their city name. So we see Terraza, and now I have a minute to find Terraza, but because I don't know where it is, and I only for some reason thought that 25 was south. I'm only looking south, and I didn't see it. I'm like, okay, let's move north, and a little bit more north, and a little bit more north, and I'm like, oh wait, 25 like goes through the whole country, and yeah, it does. It goes through the whole country. So it's gonna take me a second to look through it, but yeah, I finally see Terraza, and I realized that I don't really like the spawn was like a mess. It was an alleyway somewhere. I forgot what direction I was going, maybe. Like, so I'm just like looking through something. I'm like trying to find like where would the sign be on the map, and where's the gas station that I saw would be, but yeah, I didn't get it because skill issue. So we got 4998. Yeah, like the sign for Terraza is actually more east than I understand, and it looked very urban where I went, but buildings were not mapped. Here I was a bit confused for a couple seconds. I'm panning around because I'm trying to get what country I'm in. I thought about Spain for a second, but I realized that we're driving left, so we have to be in Malta with those like brownish building. And this is where I kind of give up because I'm a country streak player. I recognize Malta. I click on it, and yeah, and I move on. I'm not. I don't have a single 5K in Malta. I don't know like any place names besides the capital, so I don't even know if they have like road numbering system or direction signs. So like, yeah, I gave up. I'm just moving like, in case I see a city name there, which I think it does say, yeah, Irrabat, Rebena. I was like, those could be place names. Um, yeah, I like had a very quick look at those. I'm like, yeah, that's not findable. So I was trying to get out of the city to maybe get some signs to like other cities to like better pinpoint to at least know where I am, but it kind of looks a bit hopeless. I think I will see, like, this road looked promising. I was like, yes, let's checkpoint this, let's go this direction. If it's not leaving the city, let's go the other direction. Maybe we have enough time to find something, but it kind of does lead into the city. So I did get back and try another direction. I do see a coast. Yeah, here I saw a coast. I at the end really misjudged like how far away the coast is, because I thought like there is a city to our right and a city to our left, and there is a coast. Like, I thought that might be capital, like, and this is like just another big city. So this is why I'm guessing kind of close-ish to the coast. Like, that's probably a bit too close, but I think I move my pin in a couple minutes, in a couple seconds. Yeah, like that also does not lead out of the city. I think I'm looking at coast and not even at the sign, but the sign doesn't have anything useful in it. Yeah, and it was in Rabat. Rabat was a place that I didn't know was in Malta. I don't know how to find that. Not sure. Like, maybe if I left the city through that road that I just showed you, then yeah, could have been. This one was a bit also confusing because I was like, oh, yellow plates were in New York. I was like, no, we have Gen 2. Why would we have Gen 2 in New York? That's so weird. And also I'm like, oh yeah, Giant Mountain, we're in Alaska. And I was a bit concerned about that because I don't know that much coverage in Alaska. I tried to read. Oh, it says Seward Highway. Oh. Well, I read that as Seward Street the first time I played, but also I didn't know what Seward is, so I didn't know I need to look for that. Yeah, I was thinking about Anchorage because that's like the place I know that has coverage, and like the location looks kind of built up and yeah, built up and kind of urban. So I was trying to find a railroad, and there is a railroad kind of coastal. I did get the feeling that the coast would be like to my left, but for some reason I thought that that's west and it's east on the compass. I don't know. I forgot how compass works. Yeah, I've completely forgot that it said Seward Highway. Not sure, I was like, maybe it's Fairbanks, and I'm like, that looks like a port. So I also did check Prudhoe Bay, and this was at the point where I realized that coast is east. So I was seriously considering clicking there, but there is no railway. So I decided against it due to the railway because, coast east can be somewhere around Anchorage, but railways probably not that north. So yeah, gave up on finding the coast and just following the railroad, trying to maybe find something that matches a little bit better, but nothing will match because it's not really correct region guess. Yeah, like this is my problem when moving. Like I don't know when to stop moving and begin scanning and when to keep moving and look for places, because I was like, yeah, I'm not finding this just by scanning like around, so I need to move more. And I moved a couple clicks and there were signs, and I was like, well, now I don't have time to find those places. Yeah, like if I don't know if it would help me if I found the signs a bit earlier, but for some reason I just stopped and decided to that I can find it without just like scanning around Anchorage. And we got to this round, we got to the classic Polish looking area. We for some reason were in a tracker, which I really disliked. I was like clicking around like crazy, like get me out of the tracker. I really dislike because like it's like urban Poland. Like surely they have John 4 just somewhere on the street, so I'm like trying to escape it. I didn't really try hard enough to read what that one said. Maybe I should have. I'm trying to read street signs, but in this tracker, it's kind of like tough to read. And I do reach Main Street, and we are in the car coverage. We do have electoral on the street, and it says Sorod Mestia Polnoche. And I was like, maybe the lower part of it is like a suburb or like a neighborhood that I can scan for. So I just stopped in the middle of the street and I was like, yeah, it kind of looks like Warsaw, but with like the big fancy buildings and like the skyline. But I didn't see it. I was like, maybe it's Krakow. Let's look how the neighborhood's named there, but it's also not there. So just like, yep, keep moving until we find the confirmation of the city, because it's honestly kind of like two cities. I did find those, like Rondo and stuff, and I was like, yeah, it's probably either Krakow or Warsaw. It did look like Warsaw, but I was like, maybe I'm coping because I've been to Warsaw. Like, I had to go through Warsaw when I was going to the GeoGuessr World Cup in October, because I can't, no planes from Ukraine, so I had to take a train to Warsaw. So I've been there. But also I'm like, maybe I'm just coping, you know, like not every big city looks like it could be another city. I did see like a yellow tram and I was like, Warsaw has these trams, but maybe other cities also have these trams. So I'm just like left my pin in Krakow, got spawned in tracker again, was very annoyed by that. And I keep moving, I see another tram and I'm like, yeah, like maybe it is Warsaw. And I see this building on the left and I was like, oh, that looks kind of familiar. And I see Warsaw Centralna, which is the train station in Warsaw, and I realized that I have been on that street less than 2 months ago, and I already forgot. So I was coping really hard, and like I have like 3 seconds left to click Warsaw from Krakow, and so I panicked and I clicked a bit north, and then I do click Warsaw, and it makes a sound. Like, I think you can hear the sound, right? But yeah, it didn't let me flip. So yeah, that was very, very bad. And this is where the coping began. Like, it all goes downhill from here. I had to like actually like pause and go like take a break between this game and the next one, because I was very upset. I was like, yep, I've been on that street, probably on that tram, just less than 2 months ago, and I've already forgotten how it looks like. So that wasn't ideal. Yeah, I was like coping, trying to check the location. So after a quick break, I did get to the second game. Second game was Cape, like North Cape, West Cape, East Cape, in the country of South Africa, and I didn't have high hopes for that because I'm not that good at 5k in 3 minutes, so I needed to, and I was already like coping really hard because of this Polish, like this stupid Polish round in freaking Warsaw. Like, I don't think I would 5k it even if I knew for sure it was Warsaw, but the fact that I've been on that street and I just didn't recognize it. I was thinking that we would see like the older looking building. I forgot what it's like, the Palats Nauki or something. whatever it was called, but it was just like west. I drove past, like in coverage, I drove past by it. It was west, east, west, west. I don't remember. It was somewhere. Yeah, so I was very annoyed at myself for that one. So we're moving in South Africa with like nothing happening. I committed to direction. I was like, well, I moved for a minute and a half and I didn't find anything, so let's go the other direction. And the other direction has a sign in 2 clicks, which is my other issue of moving. I did for some reason thought that those are different place names, but no, they are the same place name. We have a river crossing of orange too, which I didn't know where that is. So I like scanning for river is not the most efficient way of scanning. I did begin scanning like southern part because of like how the place name looked, but and also like there are rivers, but I do look around in a bit and it does look kind of weird, like the landscape is not mountainous enough for this area. I do realize it, so I am moving a bit north, but I just don't know, like we're in Gen 4 and we have been in Gen 4 like this entire time, and I just don't know where in like Northscape there are Gen 4, so I like in regular game I don't think I would send North Cape with that much Gen 4. I don't know. Like that could be a skill issue. Yeah, I just like timed out and it was like very, very north. I didn't know there's Gen 4 there and also that there's an Orange River. And I think I made this mistake like last time, or like when did we have South Africa? When I also didn't get border. So yeah, that was didn't load from it. Here we have like Cape Mountain, so I did know that we're gonna be in Cape Town, and that it's gonna be really hard to pinpoint over there, like all the turns. I do see that we're on Astana Street, and this is another point when I'm like, should I even move? Like, I know it's Cape, I know the street. Do I need to? Like, I have a mountain. Like, can I just line up and find the street? But it's not gonna be easy. The problem is I picked like this south, like that mountain, as the mountain because I am not a mountain person. So I am looking at the east part of Cape Town. So I'm trying to like zoom in at everything that's windy road and just kind of hoping that I will find Astana. And I don't know, I kept moving. I was like, that's impossible. Like the Cape Town is too big to scan for windy streets. So I was kind of hoping to find more, but I reached a dead end. Actually, I didn't realize that was closed. So, and I didn't checkpoint in. Oh, actually, did I? Maybe I did. I tried to read in the sign. Maybe it's like has some suburb name, but I don't think it does. So I'm just going another direction, hoping to find more info. It's just like me moving. I'm just panicking, like don't know where this could be. I do think that I did think that it could have been like more west because there also is mountain there. So now I'm zooming in those parts, looking for anything that's windy enough. to fit Astana Street, the one that we have, but nothing obviously shows up. Yeah, just like in panic, looking around at street names, and yeah, I did look in here, but yeah, I ran out of time, and maybe if I had like 2 more minutes I would find it, but maybe not. Like, it's a very, very small street, and I assumed like they're on mountain, so I wasted some time. This looked kind of hopeless, I must say. I wasn't very hopeful about this round, but we moved a couple of clicks and it did say welcome to Northscape. I began moving, but then I realized like maybe it will say welcome to like which part of Cape we're moving from, and then I see the road marker. Do I have Discord open? Or is that in video? Okay, that's weird. So yeah, I'm fine. I'm looking for road R27 on the North Cape border, and it took me a minute because I did think that it would be more like central. So I'm looking there first, and so I'm just looking around, like trying to confirm my region guess, but it's obviously like the R27 is not there. It's like everything is R3 something. So I scanned like the eastern border of the state, didn't find anything. I was like, well, let's scan all the other borders. So yeah, now I'm scanning this border, and I see R27, and I realize that I don't really know what the pinpoint is, so I see like a windy road, and like, oh, we're in turn, we're in the most southern part of the turn, so I guess we just over there. Yeah, that took me a second, but at least we have 1.5k. That wasn't that hard. Probably I should have done it faster, but what do? Urban South Africa is tough as always. So I knew that I needed to leave the city to get to road numbers and place names. So with that is just a maze of me trying to leave the city. Moving west towards the mountains. I don't think I could move there, so I just clicked on the other road, but it's just now turning back and around, and we reached end of coverage for some reason. So I'm going the other direction. I'm going east now. It became Gen 2, which I wasn't really happy about or hopeful, but I kept moving this direction. I hate the like turning around bug so much. Yeah, so I decided to do the new movement, and I realized that it's gonna take me a while to leave town today. Oh yeah, return to start? Question mark. And I was very annoyed with the movement, and yeah. I think at this point I just tried to find a place name, maybe, because it was not looking great, as not promising to leave the town, but I did try. Yeah, this is me when moving. I did think that this intersection looked a bit bigger when I passed it, but I realized that both of those streets lead back to town very fast, so I went back and kept moving this direction, but this also didn't look promising. It's just like turn back to town. It's like every road leads to town, so I don't know. I clicked something that was surrounded by mountains and looked kind of urban, and I gave up on this round. Like, I'm not finding any information. Like, in order to find information, I need to leave the town. I'm stuck in the maze of the town. So that was annoying. And yeah, and again, very interesting planning. And also, if I kept moving this direction, I would reach the main road. And I would probably have info. But I didn't. Because that's me when moving. So yeah, that was off. That looked very coastal. Oh yeah, this round ocean dreams. I forgot. I think my first thought was that it's like the exact same place that I clicked last round. I was like, yeah, like I actually spawned there. I was like, oh yeah, that is probably coastal. Um, I was trying to find anything helpful here. I did say like Ocean Road, so I was considering remembering that, but I couldn't see any place name at all. So yeah, I was thinking about coast and like clicking like that exact city that I clicked in round 4. It did say Buffalo City Municipality, so I was looking for Buffalo City because I never heard of it. It looked kind of built up, so I did see Buffalo's Bay. I realized that that's not the same, but um I was like, if I don't have anything better, I will click there. So I kept scanning for that city through the entire coast up to Cape. I was considering even scanning north of it, but I was like, probably doesn't look like it. So yeah, just like looking through the coast for Buffalo City, because it could be a city, you know. Yeah, I did look at a closer look. The like Buffalo, it does say Buffalo Bay Park, but it looked very small, and I was like, that one doesn't look small. That one looks very built up. So I did return to start to find the road name I was on, and I was like, yeah, that's like 3 streets, and it's not there. But yeah, I didn't have any better guess because I didn't find the city. So yeah, we're just staying in this one, and pretty much I've given up and let the clock run out. And it was the suburb of East London. I'm not sure what the Buffalo City label is because I didn't see it. but apparently it exists. Oh yeah, I had Discord open. Okay, so now we have the two no moving feeds. I making my OBS full screen instead of my browser. That's not great. We have two no moving seats, and that one is supposed to be pinpointable, and the other one maybe not that pinpointable. Okay, recording. I talked for so long I forgot how to play the game. Okay, let's go. Flashbang. Ox estamos restaurando la puerta de Los Leones. Los Leones? Why is it so blurry? Hello? Should be a place name? Are we in Argentina? I see an Argentinian flag. An Argentinian plate. Okay, I can't play like that. Estamos puertas Los Leones. That's a museum, so maybe that's just somewhere in BA. Los yeah, it's not really helpful. Is that a place name of its own? Because I don't know. That was in Rosario, okay. Why does it look like that? Do I need to, like, I closed everything. Do I need to close? What else do I need to close? I swear, that's another Windows update. I'm gonna be so mad. Okay, let's try another round. We have Pretty Mural. We have North 384. Is that New York? Raymond James, Delaware Avenue, Virginia. We have yellow plates. Community services. Quest Diagonals. Parking restricted. And North 384. Okay, let's try to find 384 in New York. Any is that gonna be city speed limit? Is it the big one, or is it this one, or is it a tiny one? It's a tiny one, right? Or is it uh-oh. Do I really not have a place name of, I don't know what SQFT means, but maybe it means something. God, I'm not gonna get it, won't I? Maybe it's not even in New York, and because cars do that thing called traveling. Oh. Yeah, 384 is a tiny one. Okay. Could have gotten it? Maybe. Don't know. God, what are you? National lecture, political science. What country am I in? Oh, I'm in Nigeria. Oh, do you have a state? Department of Academic University, Conference University of Nigeria, and Suka. I don't think I heard of it, but I see it on the map. Ukuta close, and we have some sort of university. Ukuta close. Help. I don't understand how it works. Which one's which? Like this is. I don't understand how that works. University. Okay. Okuta. Okay. So I might be there. Right? Okay. That was harder than I thought it would be, but also I'm impressed of myself for getting it. Can I see the round, please? Okay, that's Asia, which is actually not something that I expected when I first loaded. I saw the bus, I was like, yep, London. Kawaii Landmark, Hong Kong Park, Star Ferry, oh god. Never zoomed in that far in Hong Kong, but well, I would guess that I'm downtown, like, oh, so I guess, compare the landmark. I'm at some sort of station. It does say Central, but I don't know if I believe that. Olympic, Austin, Cologne. Cologne. Yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm meant to be looking at. Or for. Oh, it was on the southern part of the city. Oh, it does say Central. Whoopsie, wrong part of the city. Nice pen. We are at the Rue Caven. in France, restaurant Vietnamien. How should I know the city? Am I just in Paris? Even if I am, I can't even find Paris. Hello? Map, please. Work with me. Well, I assume that's a river. So do I just look for Cavenne and Montesquieu? Is that what I do? Doesn't really look promising. Okay. My mouse jumped and I accidentally clicked. That wouldn't have helped because my region guess was Paris and it was Lyon. I have no idea how I was supposed to know it wasn't, but where am I? Didn't I? Hello? I just want to know how bad am I. Just like show me how few points I've gotten. How am I in the last place? Oh yeah, I am like really in the last place. I'm 105 Okay. And I closed the spreadsheet because everything glitched. That is not great. So we have the last one. The last one is 1 minute, which I need to remember because I got used to it taking longer time. Okay, let's just get it over with. Okay. I assume that's US. Right? That is not the coast. That's just like a Grand Canyon. I'm sorry. Um, hmm. I mean, it turns, so that's not why I clicked, but like Utah, Nevada, something. Arizona was not on my list. Yeah, it was just Grand Canyon. Yeah. Uh, um, Before I say something stupid, this is Argentina, right? Huh. I am actually not entirely sure. Have mountains we're like very close to the mountains though, so... But only on the west side. So... Over in Chile. Whoops. I guess the reflectors to Chile, yeah. Is this urgent? Is this... Wait. No. This is Turkey. Oh god. Where would I get that in Turkey? It's white, right? Yeah, no idea. Like where I clicked, it's a bit. Oh. Yep, not getting that one. Okay, we have South Africa. Okay, see now, after I made the same mistake twice, I'm gonna click somewhere in Northern Cape. Probably on a road that doesn't really have Gen 4 coverage. That's a wrong angle. That's better. I know, it's just like random hills. Part of me wants to click more south and part of me wants to click more north. I don't know. Yep. Not that great. Probably US again. Right? That's so empty. I don't even know what to add to that. There's not even mountains, really. So maybe it's New Mexico? Somewhere? No idea. Oh, that's Australia, yeah, sure. Wasn't sun south? Didn't I look at that? I think I did. It is more south. I don't know. Okay, so not a great one, and oh yeah, a lot of people actually did very well. Yeah, I'm 99. So yeah, that's not my best performance. Also, my webcam froze, and I don't know how long that's been happening. Tough. I guess I will see you in the next video. Webcam still doesn't work. Okay, bye.